Warzone solos. Now this game mode can be very simple and it can be very complicated depending on how you make it. I've seen people in the YouTube comments and especially on TikTok asking for some solo tips. So we're going to be going over some major tips that you must use if you want to win these solo games. And I know it can get scary out here. I mean, just look, you're the only one in the plane. That's pretty lonely. I mean, besides the pilot, but he's not jumping out with you. Now that I think about it, that's pretty cold. He just drops you off and leaves. That's messed up. So today we have 5 major tips, not 10, not 15, only 5. I can't overcomplicate things. 5 major tips. To be honest, it doesn't matter how many. Just know that you need all of these tips to take your game to the next level and win in Warzone solos. Tip number 1, loot and don't go for kills. I know it sounds simple, but a lot of people actually don't do this. As you see here, this guy was shooting at me, but I'm just running up the stairs because I needed a gun. But I'm also not going back downstairs to chase him. I'm gonna keep on looting up, especially since I got a scav and I know where I have to go. Now if push did come to shove and he ended up running up the stairs, I would have no problem fighting him. When it's time to loot, I basically only fight people that's in my way. I don't do the chasing. And this is mainly because you want to get that loadout. You have no time to waste. And you best believe these enemies will waste your time. Tip number 2, safe buy station, safe loadout. Now we've all been there, going to a buy station, getting shot right away, buying a loadout, getting shot while you're getting your guns. Yeah, it's the worst feeling. Now how do you know a buy station is safe? Well, for one, if you've been around that area for a long time, you should have some sort of idea of how many enemies are around you and if it's safe to go to that buy station. Now obviously sometimes there's people that hide and you just get killed by them out of nowhere. And to be honest, it's a buy station. It's really not supposed to be safe. Now if a buy station hasn't been used yet and it looks like this, that's a pretty good sign. It's not open, that means nobody's used it yet. Now it could mean nobody's around, but it doesn't guarantee. It just means nobody's used this buy station yet, which is a good sign, but you still want to keep your guard up. Now safe loadouts. You want to throw your loadout in a safe area. Right here, I just threw it. I didn't say I was perfect, guys, but you really don't want to do that because I did pop this UAV and this guy was sneaking up on me. If it wasn't for the UAV, this guy probably would have caught me lacking. So always make sure you're throwing your loadouts in buildings or in safe areas where nobody can sneak up on you. Like I said, guys, I know it sounds very simple and it's a little bit of extra work going to a safe area. I know people get anxious and want to get their loadouts. I do too. As you see, I just threw it, but it almost got me killed. And honestly, if I didn't have that UAV, I probably would have been. Tip number 3, UAV, hunt and kill. Now guys, this is when it starts to get really important because you want to start building confidence. Getting a feel for the guns you're using, getting a feel for the game. If you're not getting aggressive, you're too busy hiding or laying back, then how are you going to get a flow? How are you going to get a rhythm? Get something going to actually prepare yourself for the end game. And this leads back to tip number 1. While most people were too busy not looting and wasting time, I was busy getting my loadout and now I can just slay. And you mainly want to do this before the first loadout drops because nobody's going to be ghosted. You can pop a UAV and go to work. Now this doesn't mean you have to push everybody in the lobby, but like I said, you just want to be getting something going, build that confidence, get a rhythm going. Tip number 4, after the free loadout, slow down and position. Now everybody's going to be getting ghosts now, so no more hunting people down unless you really want to, because you're not going to really find them on a UAV. You'll probably find 1 or 2 people. Everybody else is going to have ghosts. And the easiest way to probably find somebody is getting a bounty, but other than that, it's going to be pretty difficult finding people. So you don't want to run around like a maniac because you're probably going to get shot from behind or from some dude hiding in a corner. So you really want to focus on good positioning, especially being inside of the circle. Now solos can be a little bit slow. Obviously you're not going to fight as many people as you would playing duos, trios, and squads, but with some good positioning, I'm telling you, those kills will come to you. Now if you're having trouble positioning yourself, try to be in the center of the circle, basically nowhere near the edge, and make sure you're in a strong spot, somewhere where you have a good view of who's coming and you can defend yourself well. Now if you don't feel comfortable positioning yourself, you can also do recons. It'll tell you exactly where the circle is going to be, and I'm pretty good at positioning, but I still do recons till this day just to give me that guarantee so I know exactly where the circle is going to be. And here's an extra little side note for you guys. As you see on the top left, the circle closes in 1 minute. So it's going to be the 5th circle, but my recon says I have 1 minute and 43 seconds left. So I'm going to just let the circle close and complete the recon right after, so I would know where the 6th circle is going to be. And if I didn't wait, I would have just got the 5th circle. And I probably would have had to waste my time and go get another recon for no reason. Guys, don't let anybody tell you that good positioning is camping. They don't know what they're talking about. Especially playing solos, man, you don't know where half of these guys are at. Like I said, we slowed it down, we're in a good position, and we're ready for tip number 5. Prepare for endgame and execute it. Now right here, as you see, man, I did the perfect recon. I'm telling you guys, don't sleep on these recons. Now when I say prepare for the end game, you got to be thinking about what you're gonna do next. So I'm telling myself I can't go in that center circle and go inside of that building because it's looking like the last circle is gonna be there. But I'm also telling myself that there's a lot of little corners inside of that building that people like to hide in, and I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna be in there hiding. I know I'm gonna have to cross over there eventually, but I decided to just stay in the house and wait till the last circle. Now that's what I mean about preparing, guys. You got to be thinking about what your next move is gonna be, especially at the end of the game. And especially if you have time to think. Sometimes you might have to react on the fly, but this time I really had time to think, so that was good for me. And now it's time to execute. Like I said, I'm gonna wait till the last circle to move from here. Very simple tips, guys, but I see a lot of people do not do these things, so I don't know if I can call it simple, but simplicity is key. Now obviously it's Warzone and not every game is gonna be the same, and you can't really follow a certain set of strict rules, but I try to break down everything possible for you guys to help you win these games. I'm gonna let the rest of this video play out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope to help you guys out a lot, and please like and subscribe. I will greatly appreciate it, and I'm out.
Gas inbound. Safe zone relocated. Gas inbound.
Fuck off.
Well done.